A big political row has now erupted over the evacuation of students from Rajasthan's Kota as the Uttar Pradesh government sent buses to bring back stranded students from Kota. Now, the Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has called this move unfair. Nitish has said that there are many poor migrant laborers who are not being allowed to move in the same way, adding that getting these students home is a violation of the lockdown and is injustice towards laborers, migrants who are stuck in different parts of the country. This as Uttar Pradesh sent nearly 100 buses on Friday to bring back students to their homes in the state. 3,000 students have returned to their homes in UP, but more than 30,000 students preparing for engineering, medical, civil examinations continue to be stranded in Rajasthan Kota. Many are also from the state of Bihar. More than 50 positive cases till now have been diagnosed in Kota district of Rajasthan. I want to connect right now to my colleague Rohit Singh, who's joining us live from Patna. You know, there is considerable pressure on Nitish Kumar as well at this point because thousands of students from Bihar are also in Kota. However, he seems to have made the point very clear and in that made it highly political by targeting the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister for sending buses.
Well, absolutely. Nitish Kumar is miffed at the fact that the BJP government in Uttar Pradesh, that's the Yogi government, has sent buses to get back their students from Kota, and now they are also on their way back. But the question here, what Nitish Kumar is asking, is the move of Yogi government not in fact, what anti-lockdown? Because the lockdown states that you cannot move here and there, and you have to maintain social distancing. But here, it's a clear-cut violation of lockdown norms that has been set by the central government, and that is why Nitish Kumar is miffed. And he also says that Bihar, in fact, Bihar will not be sending any kind of buses there, and he is in fact appealing to all the students, the daily wagers who are there, wherever they are stuck, to remain in their own places, wherever they are, and the state government will be providing help to them. Priti, I am joined by Neeraj Kumar. He is the Minister for Information and Public Relations in the Nitish Kumar government. नीरज जी, ये बताइए, योगी सरकार ने जो बस भेजा है, उनके बच्चे वापस आ रहे हैं, ये कदम क्या सही है, गलत है?
देखिए, इसके राजनीतिक अर्थ नहीं, महत्वपूर्ण विषय है कि केंद्र सरकार के द्वारा जो लॉकडाउन किया गया, सोशल डिस्टेंस एकमात्र दवा, इसकी कोई दवा नहीं है, उसका वायलेशन हो, और वो बच्चे देश के भविष्य है, चाहे वो बच्चे हों या प्रवासी मजदूर हों या पांडिचेरी में हो, केरल के अंदर हो, दूसरे जगहों पर, पूरे देश में एक दूसरे राज्य में लोग रहते हैं, तो ये तो साफ तौर पर वायलेशन है ये। और उन बच्चों के जीवन की कीमत कितनी बड़ी है। एक बस में 25 बच्चे को आप ला रहे हैं, जो दावा किया जा रहा है, तो 75 मीटर का बस कौन सा होता है, जरा यह बताएं। ये तो, और पूरे देश के अंदर में जो संघीय ढांचा है, एक दूसरे को हम लोग सहयोग कर रहे हैं, केंद्र सरकार के दिशा निर्देश का अनुपालन हो रहा है, तो आखिर इसका औचित्य क्या है? ये मानवता के भी विरोध में है।
लेकिन इधर आपको विपक्ष जो है बिहार में, तेजस्वी यादव बार बार हमला कर रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं योगी सरकार जब अपने बच्चों को ला सकती है तो बिहार सरकार क्यों नहीं बस भेजती है कोटा?
अरे भाई, वो तो खुद प्रवासी हैं, अभी के डेट में वो प्रवासी हैं, उनको तो खुद आकर के क्वारंटाइन होकर के इतना दिन लंबा समय हो गया था, उनको तो खुद सेवा करनी चाहिए थी बिहार का। लेकिन मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि इसकी दवा है सोशल डिस्टेंस, तो क्या सोशल डिस्टेंस का अनुपालन संभव लगता है? कौन चाहता है, कौन चाहेगा कि हमारे परिजन दूर रहें? और उनके लिए सरकार सहयोग कर रही है, जो प्रवासी है उनके लिए भी सहयोग कर रही है, और जो सरकार के मापदंड, उनके परिवार अगर गांव में रह रहे हैं तो उनको भी सहूलियत इसीलिए दे रहे हैं ना कि लॉकडाउन का अनुपालन हो, उनको गाँव में अपमानित नहीं होना पड़े, वो चाहे जहाँ हैं वहीं रहें। इसी के बदौलत कोरोना जैसे महत्वपूर्ण दुश्मन से हम लड़ सकते हैं।
तो फिर ऐसे बच्चों की मदद कैसे होगी वहाँ पर, जो वहाँ फंसे हुए हैं, राजस्थान में, कोटा में, कहीं और बहुत सारी जगह?
नहीं, बिल्कुल हमारी सरकार के द्वारा, जो बिहार फाउंडेशन के द्वारा ये मदद किया जा रहा है, जो हमारा सूचना भवन है वो उसके द्वारा सूचना मिलती है, संबद्ध राज्य सरकार उस जिला से अनुरोध करते हैं, हम लोग मदद मिलता है। और ये कठिन समय है, चुनौती है, परेशानी है, लेकिन इसका इन्फेक्शन अगर फैल गया तब क्या होगा दुनिया के अंदर में? दुनिया तो मुकाबला कर रहा है, भारतवर्ष भी इस चुनौती का सामना कर रहा है। इसलिए मैं ये समझता हूँ कि केंद्र सरकार के गाइडलाइन का अनुपालन किया जाना आवश्यक है, भावना के बदौलत नहीं, उन बच्चों के भविष्य के बदौलत ये सोचिए। और जो प्रवासी है, देश के दूसरे राज्यों में है, जहाँ परिवहन की कोई सुविधा नहीं है, पांडिचेरी में है, वहाँ भी उत्तर प्रदेश और बिहार के लोग हैं, उनका क्या होगा?
बिहार सरकार कोई बस नहीं भेजेगी ऐसे बच्चों को लाने के लिए?
वो बच्चे हमारे हैं, उनके भविष्य के लिए हम चिंतित हैं। वो बच्चे और उनके अभिभावक से बात हम लोग करते हैं, वो समझ रहे हैं, वो हमारी भावना को भी समझ रहे हैं, अपनी परेशानी को भी समझ रहे हैं, लेकिन कोरोना से लड़ने के प्रति संकल्प भी दोहरा रहे हैं।
So, Preeti, there you get it, that the Bihar government was concerned about the students in Kota, but clearly maintaining that
Right.
what Yogi government has done is a violation of lockdown, and Nitish Kumar is not going to follow that.
All right, okay, Rohit, thank you for joining us. Let's try and get an Aaj opinion. Joining me is Anila Singh from Bharatiya Janata Party. She's from Uttar Pradesh. Anila Singh, fair charges coming in against the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. You can send buses to Rajasthan Kota. You're violating the lockdown. On the other hand, there are migrants stuck across the country. Why not accord the same to them?
See, we do not want to react on what Chief Minister of Bihar has said. It is their matter if they want to bring back their students to their home state Bihar, or if they want to help their migrant laborers. It is up to them. But what Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh has done, he has done from his own prudence, and we have followed all cautions which one should observe to bring back these students. So definitely, if anybody is pointing finger towards Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, that is not fair. So as a Chief Minister, he knows very well that what he has to do, and if he has taken this step by bringing all the students who were stranded there, I think it is an appreciable step to be taken, because
Right.
they are
Anila,
young kids who were
Ms.
there
Singh,
and they were not getting the facilities which
Fair
they
enough.
should.
Fair enough. But Ms. Singh, I want to ask you just two questions, and hopefully you'll answer that. Question one, if you can send buses for students in Rajasthan, what about those thousands and lakhs of migrants from Uttar Pradesh stuck across the country, some of them wanting to even walk back home and not being allowed to do so? Why not accord the same favor to them? Number two, you're saying all possible precautions were taken. 6 feet distance is what is mandatory to be made at this point of time. These are buses. How is it possible that 23 kids in a bus, and that is what at least reported and we've seen, there was no social distancing?
Number one, it is very unfair when you compare students with the migrant laborers. You cannot compare apple with the oranges. Secondly, your question that social distancing was not observed when these students were when they were asked to sit in buses. So I'm pretty sure that all these steps were taken. They were checked before getting them into the buses. As I mentioned, Preeti, that Yogi Adityanath ji is heading one of the most populous state of our country, and fortunately, we are not even amongst the top 3 states which are suffering from
Anila Singh, before I let you go,
coronavirus.
fair enough, yes, he's done a decent job. Ask you, come back to that question which you said that it's like comparing apples to oranges when you compare students to migrants. Ultimately, they are residents and they are citizens of Uttar Pradesh. What is so apple and orange about them? What is the difference?
First of all, it is, I think, most of the state governments, they are taking good care of the laborers who are there in their states, who had been working in their states. And secondly, if we talk about the students, they were living there in the PGs or the hostels. They are not able to get proper food or medication.
The same thing for migrants, madam. There are migrants living on the road in camps without any food. And ultimately, I really want to understand what's the difference. They are citizens of Uttar Pradesh.
Preeti, so you want to say that small children who were there in Kota for their studies, if they are not getting food, if they are not getting proper medication, if the state government of Rajasthan is not able to take care,
Madam,
so the government of
I'm not saying
should not take care of these children.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm asking you, why not accord the same favor? Madam, all I'm asking is, why not accord the same favor to a 19-year-old migrant who is going without food, and he might not be able to afford a PG and study, but he's also a laborer and possibly the same age as that student.
If I talk about Uttar Pradesh government,
what's the difference?
I think Uttar Pradesh, no, let me complete. If I talk about Uttar Pradesh government, so the laborers from different states, if they are working here, the government is taking care of them. And we are expecting the same from the other state governments as well. But here we are talking about the students. So these students, they are not with their families. And if they want to come back, and if
Madam,
any
a lot of
the
laborers
government is
are
there,
also not with their families. They
able
want to
help
go
them,
back
I
to
think
be with their families. A lot of migrants, laborers, some very young as 17, 18, 19, wanting to
the
go back
governments
to
are
their
taking
families,
care. Any
hungry,
person
on the
and
roads, in camps.
Preeti, if any person, whether a 19-year-old boy or a 50-year-old man, if they are asking help from Uttar Pradesh government, then the Uttar Pradesh government is helping. And it is very, very unfair the way media or the political parties or persons, they are targeting these small kids who are coming back from Kota. It's very unfair.
Madam, you know, this is not, okay, no. I think what is unfair is, it's a valid question. And today that question is going to be raised by the migrant and the labor population as well, who, I didn't say it, you said it's an apple to orange comparison. Ultimately, they are all citizens of Uttar Pradesh looking at the same thing, wanting to get back home. And it's a great thing that you've accorded that privilege. And it's a great thing you've accorded that privilege to the students of Uttar Pradesh. These are young kids who want to get back home and possibly should get back home. But what's the difference in migrants? If students are apples for Uttar Pradesh, then so should migrants be. And I'll let it rest at that.
Preeti.
Appreciate you joining us. Thank you. Yes, please have your say. All right, okay. All right, we've lost Anila Singh. We're going to try and get in more reactions on the story. So this is the big question that is being raised right now. That why is it students are being treated different than possible migrants from Uttar Pradesh? If you're sending buses for students, which is great, then possibly do the same, accord the same favor to the migrant population just wanting to get back home. Political, understandably, with the Bihar Chief Minister now coming in and accusing the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister of breaking the lockdown. I just want to shift focus right now in the bulletin. Now, there's been a big COVID-19 scare at